you aware that 99% of prayers in Africa is as a result of failed policies? Bad leadership.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the Winning Live broadcast. I am so super excited to be here again this morning. This is the 9th day of July 2022, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning. All right. You may be asking, in case you are a new person on this broadcast, you may be asking, what is the Winning Live broadcast all about? Like, what is it? What do you come here to do every Saturday morning? Okay, this is a broadcast where I come with sometimes with some guests to share value, to share principles, strategies, and skills that will help you become a successful person. And this show cuts across different aspects of your life. All right, just like last month, we just rounded off the series on marriage and relationship, and that brings me to a recap of last week's session. I would want to encourage you to, go and watch that session I had with Mr. Philip Emmanuel on he and she pros and cons, where we talked about the relationship and the necessity why we must go into relationship with the right mindset. And one of the major things that he said is that relationship, that a family is God's strategy for the society, is not the politicians, because every family has the family is the smallest unit of the society, and that's where people are being built. That's where the leader of tomorrow, that's where the governor, that's where the president emanated from. Okay, that's where the politicians, that's where the business mongol, that's where the social workers, that's where they came from. And that's also where the thieves come from, that's where the prostitutes come from, that's where everybody, irrespective of the situation that is surrounding one's family, the person came from a family. All right, so it becomes so important that you pay attention to relationship and do relationship God's way, not your own way. Because what when you are going into relationship, you are signing up to get into to be a major influence in the society, because relationship can lead to marriage, and marriage, of course, births a family. So I want you to pay attention to that, and then go and watch the video. It's on my wall and is already on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and search Solomon Okeke. You're going to see that video. I want to encourage you to watch it and take action notes. Take action note and also start, effecting the action. It is very, very, very vital. All right, that brings me to introducing the new series that we are starting today. I am so excited. I am really, really so excited that we are starting this new series. And being that this is my area and this is what I love talking about, I am, deeply glad that even as I'm going to be talking about some things in this series, I'm also going to be joined by a lot of people, because this series is going to run from July and end in August. So July and August, we are having the leadership development series, and I am so glad about people who we are having. All right, one of whom is already in the studio with me, Mr. Val Okafor. Mr. Val Okafor, could you please say hi to our audience?
Hello, everyone, and good morning to you, Mr. Solomon Okeke. Thank you for the amazing things that you're doing through your platforms, your programs, and initiatives. And I'm super glad to be back here. To come
Yeah,
share
good morning. I'm so excited to have you. Mr. Val Okafor has been a longtime friend, and we've spoken on platforms together. He has also spoken at the Leadership Rebate Conference. That should be Leadership Rebate Conference 3.0. I am so excited to have you back on my platform. All right, so the series for this month and next month is leadership development, and coming in a month where we are planning for Leadership Rebate Conference 6.0 is so significant, and I want you to pay attention. The value that we're going to be giving in this series is so magnanimous. Is like we are going to be so generous in giving you value, and you have to just pay attention. Don't treat it as free things. A lot of people treat things as it's free, so it's not value. It's not valuable. No, treat it as something that is worth it, and of course it is worth it, and you're going to benefit from it. So before I introduce Mr. Val Okafor, I'm going to, be playing a video of the Leadership Rebirth Conference, which is happening in exactly 2 weeks from now. And I am really super excited, and I am anticipating that conference. I want to invite you specially, and with this video, you're going to, know more about the conference.
Leadership has nothing to do with this. Are you aware that 99% of prayers in Africa is as a result of failed policies? Bad leadership.
Hello, my name is Solomon Chima. Hello, my name is Solomon Chimaechi Okeke, and I am the convener of the Leadership Rebirth Conference that holds annually. You will agree with me that leadership is a very vital aspect of human existence that we must look into. If there is no good leadership, then people cannot function effectively. Leadership starts from personal to family, to organizational, to the society, and to the world at large. That is why we must pay attention to leadership, because our life depends on effective leadership. Over the past 5 years, we have, through this Leadership Rebirth Conference, strengthened leaders by helping them develop character, competence, and courage to lead effectively. Build capacity to cause transformative change in their spheres. Become purposeful and visionary in their approach to leadership. This is me extending a hand of invitation to you for the Leadership Rebirth Conference 6.0. This year's conference is specially designed to help leaders, whether young or old, emerging or established, to imbibe the culture of excellence in their lives, build businesses and organizational structures that thrive on excellence, which of course is going to help them become transformative in their approach and of course cause the change that they desire in their society and in the world at large. It's going to feature 6 plenary sessions, 8 breakout sessions, networking and business growth opportunities, and as well, transformative fun experiences. If you're a leader or a leader in the making, I bet you there is no better place to be on the 23rd of July, 2022, if not a Leadership Rebirth Conference. Because this is going to be an opportunity where leaders from different parts of Nigeria are going to converge to learn how to operate in excellence and achieve their leadership success and even personal success. Our speakers and facilitators are top-notch, world-class, and well sought after in their field, and the environment is so enabling. I am so excited about the speakers that we are going to be having this year for the Leadership Rebirth Conference, and they include Professor Chinedu Nebo, the former Minister for Power, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Barrister Goziem Odemezue, the lead coach, Revolution Coaching and Consulting Services, Pastor Sam Ihanacho, lead pastor of Destiny Life Redemption Chapel, Enugu. Mr. Ben Nnam is also going to be there. He is the president of Field Fees Group Limited. Ambassador Gideon Okeke will also be there. He is the international president of the Impact Field Global Youth Initiative. And yours sincerely, Solomon Chimaechi Okeke, your convener. Leaders are born, I believe, but exceptional and excellent leaders are made. Join us at the Leadership Rebirth Conference 6.0 to find out how you can become an excellent and exceptional leader. You cannot afford to miss it. Just ensure that you register with a link that is on the screen and get ready for a shift in your leadership and your personal life. Don't miss it.
All right, that was an advert and an invitation, my own special invitation to you for the Leadership Rebirth Conference, which is happening in exactly 2 weeks from now. I will be expecting you, and I would encourage that you quickly go and register to attend. It's a free event, and once we have the number of people who we want, who we have space for, we are going to shut down the registration. So get ready for a shift as you get ready to attend the Leadership Rebirth Conference. So quickly, I am going to be inviting and at the same time introducing my guest, Mr. Val Okafor. Mr. Val Okafor is the creative director of the Val Okafor Company, and he's a leadership strategist and a productivity strategist. I have known him for a couple of years now, and I think maybe 4 years or so, and his impact is so loud that you cannot ignore him. All right, I want you to maybe go and check him out. A friend of mine will always say, "Google me, baby." Google me, Google me. If you want to know who I am, you can just go and Google me. So you could Google Val Okafor, and then you see the tremendous things that he is doing. You could also check him on different social media platforms. I am so glad to have him this morning to be sharing with us his thoughts and from his experiences and expertise on how to position for excellence in leadership. All right, so please don't go anywhere. Just be here and pay attention. Please take notes and be ready to put into action what you're going to be learning. So with the clapping ovation from everywhere you are in the world, please welcome Mr. Val Okafor. It's my pleasure having you here, Mr. Val. Good morning and welcome on board.
Morning. Thank you so much, Solomon. It's a pleasure to be here again. Thank you. And I really love the topic, positioning for excellence in leadership. And I think it's what just like you said while advertising leadership regrets, whether you are an emerging leader or an established leader, the knowledge of leadership is something that you need to keep growing every day because times are changing, situations are changing, society is dynamic, and so leadership has to be dynamic. So you're welcome to this really live broadcast where we talk about excellence, positioning for excellence in leadership. Yeah, so that's it. Your mic is muted.
Okay, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, for a few minutes, I would want you to share with us your thoughts on this topic, let's say for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay, great. Okay, so when I saw the topic positioning for excellence in leadership, something came to my mind, and I was going to ask Solomon if we take away example from leadership, it becomes dictatorship. And so that goes to show that leadership is not it's not about you, it's about the people around you. It's about being that person they can draw inspiration from. It's about being that person who creates solution to problems, who brings satisfaction to circumstances and situations. Okay. Now, another thought is in let's assume you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. All right, 80, 90 years. And you have an opportunity to write a book about the life you have lived. what are you going to write in that book? Or you have an opportunity to read a book of the life that you've lived. What would you love to read in that book? And so I'm sure that you want to read how you were able to impact lives, how you were able to solve problems, how you were able to draw people out of ignorance, out of mediocrity, out of poverty, and so on and so forth. I believe this is what you want to do. Now, this is what you want to read in that book. And for many people who do not understand, already that book is being written as you're living every day. The activities you engage in is chronicled into books, not physical books now, but you know, your actions will reflect in the lives of people, whether positive or negative. So the people are your books. What they are going to say about you are the books. It's simple as that. And so, positioning yourself for excellence in leadership, you have to start from yourself. Let me start from mind leadership, then I move to personal. Your mind is the critical tool to anything you want to achieve in life. So, positioning for excellence in leadership means exercising your mind to think the right things, to think the right way. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The Bible is talking about the mind, and the mind is so powerful, yet unseen. If you cut a man into pieces, you will see his lungs, you will see his kidney, you will see his heart. You will never see the mind. Yet it is so powerful, it is so transformational, and the impact of your mind will be seen in your activities and the way you do things. So I'm going to start from mind leadership. What kind of person do you want to be? And in thinking about the kind of person you want to be, you want to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I really? And this question is very difficult. Not a lot of people have answers. If you ask them, who are you? They probably would say, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a pilot, I'm a nurse. This is what you do, not who you are. This is what society has placed on you, not who you are. And so, in answering the question, who are you, you want to go back to your origin. So, where do you come from? I love to tell people that I'm from God. And I know I speak the minds of a lot of people who are watching us this morning. I'm from God. And so, if God is creative in his thoughts, it means I am creative in my thoughts. If God is intelligent and articulate, it means I am intelligent and articulate. If God is a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved, it means I am the same way because he created me in his image and likeness. Likeness means the way I behave. In the midst of chaos, darkness, he brought solution, which is light. And so you are from God. We need to understand this to be able to shape the way we think and the way we do things. If you want to be excellent, then you need to start from your mind. Who are you? What do you think? What are your perceptions? What is your mentality like? Let me just round off with this thought and I will allow Solomon to go ahead with other questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be excellent, and because leadership is everything, like John Maxwell would say, everything rises and falls on leadership, everything, right? If you want to succeed in business, you want to succeed in academics, anything you want to do, is start from your mind. And I want to remind you what Jesus Christ said in Matthew chapter 5 from verse 13 to 16. He called you an asset of inestimable value. And he used two great assets, salt and light. He said, you are the salt of the earth. Do you know what that means? It means you're supposed to add sweetness anywhere you find yourself. It means you're supposed to be a preserver. You're supposed to be a preservation. All right? Whatever is committed into your hands is preserved, is nurtured. It doesn't spoil. That's the functionality of salt. And so you want to check your life and your antecedents and the things that you've been doing, have you been able to preserve? First of all, have you been able to preserve, not to talk of multiply? And so if you look at the leadership sphere in Africa and Nigeria, are the people preserving the lives of the people they lead, the project that they engage in? So it starts from the mind. It starts from the mind. All right. So the second asset he called you is light. He said, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light up a candle and put it under a bushel. No rational man would do such." He said they will put it on a candlestick so that it can illuminate the room. And he went further to say, "Let your light," that thing that is in you, that thing God has created and put on the inside of you, let it shine so that men would see your good works, excellence, productivity, outcomes, results, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You must understand this. If you understand this, I tell you honestly, your journey to excellence in leadership has started. For you to be able to know that I am light and I'm supposed to eliminate darkness. I am in this family, in this society, in this country, in this department, in this agency to create illumination, to be able to create solutions that will cause glory to God. And I love to tell people that you must be able to credit God's account on a daily basis. Let me tell you how you've been owing God for so many years. He said, "Let your light so shine so that men would see your good works. When they see these good works, they will now glorify God." Glorifying God means crediting God's account. We cannot give him money. We cannot give him bullocks, cows. He owns 1,000 of them. He owns the gold and silver. We can give him just praise, right? To say thank you. Now, but the thank you will come from the activities that you do. When men come in contact with you and they relate with you, will they be able to say, "Thank God for somebody like this"? That is crediting God's account. So you want to check, how much are you owing God? How many people have been able to credit God's account by reason of coming in contact with you? We must understand this. This is very important. And I will just stop here and let Solomon go ahead with all the questions. All right. I hope that you've been able to. I can't hear you, Solomon. Maybe your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, I can go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have to even. You can hear me, right? You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to even talk about when you talk about. Oh, I don't know why my voice is echoing. So when we talk about salt and light, we have to understand that salt is what adds flavor to. Okay, let's give this analysis. If you cook a pot of soup without putting in salt, there is a problem because the salt, the soup is going to be tasteless, irrespective of other seasoning that you must have put in there, irrespective of every other thing that you must have put in there. Normal human beings like us, right, cannot eat without salt. Now, that is to say that you are the flavor that God is putting to make up the world and to make it the best that it can be. So when a salt loses its taste, what happens? The Bible even made it clear. We throw it away and people will trample on it. So in your letting your light so shine so that men will be able to give God the praise. They will see it and they will give God the praise. They will glorify your Father who is in heaven. You are increasing your value and your worth. People are looking at you and they're saying, no, this person has something to give. So it's a function of you understanding that I am relevant as it is. I am relevant on the face of the earth. And one of the things when I was preparing for this session, one of the things I wrote is that you have to believe in your abilities. You have to believe in the abilities that you have as a person. Like you are worth leading. People can follow you. All right. A lot of people, how they deprive God of that crediting in God into God's account on daily basis because they do not believe that there is something that people can even learn from them. They think that, you know, I am just that person, that nobody. No, if God said you are the light, and he even said that when light comes, darkness cannot comprehend the light. That is to say that no matter how little that light is, darkness cannot comprehend it. So even if you think you are little, you still have that capacity to chase away darkness that is around you. Even if you're just one stick of matches, that once you light it, everywhere is illuminated. Even if you're just one stick, you are still so powerful enough to change the lives of people, so powerful enough to lead excellently, so powerful enough to position in a way that you are leading effectively, and then you're bringing glory to your Father who is in heaven. And just like you said, Mr. Val, it all starts from the mind. What do you think of yourself? All right. It is so important. So let me quickly ask Mr. Val. You talked about exercising. Let me find the words you used. That you have to start exercising your mind to lead effectively. All right. Could you please, throw more light on how we can, exercise our mind to be able to, lead effectively in excellence?
Thank you. And one of the dynamics of leadership and 21st century leadership reality is globalization. The world is borderless now. Borderless. So you don't even need to be in America to impact Americans. You don't need to be in China, Germany, Japan to impact the inhabitants of these countries. From where you are, a lot of people can get value from you. That is one of the leadership 21st century reality in leadership, and we must be able to meet up with global standard. And so you have to think, okay, you have to stop thinking small. You have to stop thinking local. You can start local, but then you're thinking global. So that is part of exercising your mind to lead effectively and lead excellently. To know that you're not just leading Nigerians, but you are leading the world. To know that you're not just leading your family, but you're leading the entire community. Because people will see your activities. People will definitely learn from you. People will use you as an example, even when you do not know. Even when you do not know, they will say, like this person. Like, I mean, I can mention Nelson Mandela here, Mahatma Gandhi, Malcolm X, Kwame Nkrumah, and all of these great guys, but they are not here today. They are not here today. And so you do not know that your reputation is a sum total of the opinion people have about you, especially when you're not in the room, especially not you're nowhere around where that discussion is taking place. So you must be able to exercise your mind to think big, right? To think global, to be able to uh, have what is called sustained impact and relevance. Sustained impact and relevance, such that anybody around the world can come and get the solutions that you are offering. But it has to start from the mind. It has to start from how you see yourself. It has to start from the way. You perceive who you are. And that was why my opening statement was, who really are you? Where do you come from? What do you think about yourself? The elephant sees the lion as a predator, as a hunter, as an eater. The lion sees the elephant as lunch, as breakfast. It's here. It's mentality. It's perception. It's perception. All right. So if you understand that I'm not just a father to my kids, but I'm a role model to future leaders, then you will lead well. You will lead beyond providing school fees and money for soup and stew. You will lead beyond answering the head of the house. If you understand that you are leading beyond Nigeria, you will lead in such a way that other African leaders will learn from you. They will come for templates, they will come for blueprints of how you were able to do it here, and then they will try to replicate. That is what people are rushing to Dubai to learn from Sheikh. It's all here, the mind. And so we must be able to exercise this, to think beyond the box that we've used to include ourselves. And so, Solomon, that is it. Being able to think outside the confines of the things you're familiar with, being able to think outside the shores of your village and community, understanding that the world is a global village and it's now interconnected, that the Chinese boy can learn from the Nigerian boy because of the availability of internet, that your post today is not just for your classmates, but the CEO of a blue chip company in the US can see it. You must be able to understand it. And it's all about it. How do you want the world to perceive you? And so if you understand that the world needs to perceive you as somebody who has value to offer, as somebody who is excellent in whatever he or she is doing, then you will start leading effectively and most importantly, excellently. So that's it,
Wow.
Solomon.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. A lot of people have that issue. They have the challenge of, thinking just locally. A lot of people are just thinking about their community. Some people's mindset have not even grown past their family. So in their mind, I'm going to live here, die here. This is my area. This is my domain. Some people's mind have not gone far past their community. So if it's Abapa in Enugu State, if it's in Suka in Enugu State, that's where they've pitched their tent. Some people's mindset have not gone past their state. If it's Enugu State, if it's Jos, if it's Abuja, that is where we did. Some have not even gone past the nation or the country where they are in. Meanwhile, there is availability of technology that can help you spread your tentacles across. But it has to start from here. If you don't think you can, do things, if you don't think you can go global, even while sitting in the comfort of your home, then you will not go global. All right. So it's the mind is very critical. All right. The mind is very critical. You talked about, reputation being the sum total of people's opinion about you, especially when you're not in the room. So I would want us to bring the conversation to this angle of reputation and character. What are your thoughts about reputation and character?
Okay, so character, it's simply attributes, character traits, what you exhibit. Sometimes you can't even hide it. You can pretend, but it will show. If you are a slapper, Solomon, no matter how you pretend in the next 1 month, that slapping ability will show.
Exactly.
It will show. Okay, if you are bad tempered, it will show. You can't really hide your character, especially when you have stayed in an environment for a long time, especially when you're now relaxed and nobody seems to be monitoring you. You tend to exhibit this character. Character is simply attributes, behavior. Okay, reputation is simply other people's opinion.
Yeah.
You I have good reputation. The truth is, people are saying you have a good reputation. It is the people that will say, yes, it's true. This guy has integrity. This guy is honest. This guy is sincere. But reputation and character are interconnected, because if you do not exhibit good character, you will not have good reputation. You will
Mm.
not have good testimony. You will not have good, what's it called, feedback from people. So they are interconnected. They are
Wow.
interconnected. You can feign character, you can pretend, but not for so long. Not for so
Mm.
long. Yes, it will show. There will be loopholes. All right. So, let me just say this before I hand over to you. The marketplace defines your value. That consolidates my facts of saying that the people define your reputation. It is the marketplace that will define your value. You cannot say, I'm the best airline. Okay, what validates that assertion or that claim? It is the people who fly on your aircraft. It is their testimonials and their feedback that consolidates that assertion. So if you're saying that British Airways is the best in the world, let's ask the people who fly daily on British Airways. If you say it's Air Peace that is great, let's ask the people who fly on Air Peace. Let's what's their customer experience like? The market defines your value. So I cannot come out, I'm trying to draw a line between self-esteem and self-confidence. Say, yeah, I'm good, I'm this, those things are fine. But when it's coming from the outside world, from external entity, it gives it more credibility. When two,
Exactly.
three, four, five persons are saying the same thing about you, people tend to believe them more. So if I say I'm a good person, hey guys, trust me with your money. Then five people are saying, what? No, that guy, he will run with it, he will do business with him, is not. Then that disqualifies my claim. And so that is
Exactly.
why it is the opinion of people, especially when you're not there, especially when you're not there, to tell them, guys, say this, say this, say this, okay, say this. No, they will be the one to say these things because they have experienced your goodness. I hope that answers the question, Solomon.
Yes, sure. We're rounding off at this point, but I want you to point to Touch packaging and branding. How does it relate to excellence? So there are people who package and they overpackage, and then the value is no longer there, but their packaging is too much, too sophisticated that people are looking at you and say, wow, this is, but when they want to get in to see the content and not the container, there is a problem. So what do you say about, how to, package or brand effectively to reflect your value, to reflect the content that
Amazing one, Solomon. Let me say this, that man's preliminary judgment is based on appearance. Man's
Mm,
preliminary judgment is based on appearance. It is what they are. We cannot see your heart. We cannot see your intentions. We can only see the things you show to us. That is human being for you. That is man for you. And
mm.
so our preliminary judgment is based on what we can see with our eyes, on your appearance, right? So how do you want to
Yeah.
appear? Remember the story of the fig tree, blossoming, very green, but when Jesus got close to it, there was no fruit on it, and
Mm,
he cursed it. So there is a marriage that happens between content and container. So I
mm,
want you to know that men are attracted to what their eyes can see, what is appealing to their eyes. And then when they come close, they want to get the result of what they have seen.
yeah.
So you don't want to just say, oh, no, forget packaging, forget all of these things. It is the container. It is the content that matter and not the container. No matter how sound the engine of a Beetle is, not a lot of people would like to ride in it. But people who want to ride in a Beast or the Rolls Royce or the Lamborghini, even without an engine in it. because it's appealing to the eyes. And so you want to be able to market yourself in such a way that people will come. Wow, I love, there's something called conversation starter. Yeah, Solomon, I love your wristwatch. Where did you get it? I love your shoes. I love your clothes. I love your tie. I love your smell. These are conversation starters. And from there, they will get to know the content that you have. And so maybe I'm all suited up. I'm looking like a consultant at Google. And somebody saying, you look great. What do you have to offer? I have to be able to offer something valuable, having attracted. So it's like a bait. Your packaging is like a bait. Your content is what traps them. Your content is what keeps them. Your content is what consolidates the packaging. So both of them are very important. Do not leave one and say, let's do. No, you must be able to marry the two. And I love to say that you don't need to break the bank in order to, you don't need to break the bank to look good or to appear great. Just put the necessary things in place. The social media is like, the is an equalizer. The son of a rich man and the son of a poor man can come on social media and their life will change. So you want to appear as somebody who can be trusted. One, somebody who can be committed a responsibility that is enormous, even when they do not know you in depth. But by looking at your picture, your profile picture, your cover photo, your profile, your content, your engagement, they're like, this person has something. This person has something, So it has to be like that. Finally, Solomon, I'm sorry. Let me give you this illustration. I'll possibly ask you this question. If I present to you malt, right? Malt, let's say Amstel malt or Maltina, and I say, Solomon, this malt is very nice. Take one in a nylon polythene bag, one in the can. No, I didn't add anything to it. I didn't subtract. I say select, sir. Which one are you going to take?
One in a
One in a
nylon,
nylon,
one in a can.
one in a can.
My goodness.
My goodness.
Taking the can now.
Taking
What
the
am I
can now.
doing?
What am I doing?
Fantastic. But the same content, only that different containers. So guys, think about it. Think about it. That's how people perceive us. You must be able to appear great, and then trap them with your content and with the good things that you have. So that's it. All right.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate. We really, really appreciate. It's been an awesome time with you, and we hope to have you again some other time very soon. Thank you so much for the wisdom that you've shared with us, right from start to the end. We are running out of time. If not, we would have continued this conversation. All right. I love when you said about man's preliminary judgment is based on appearance, and that's real. That's true. All right. A lot of people don't understand that they have to look good. All right. No matter what package content you have, if you don't package it to be appealing to people, you won't sell it. All right. You won't sell it. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was an awesome
Awesome
conversation on
conversation on
excellence in
excellence
leadership.
in leadership.
And
And
we are
we are
grateful.
grateful.
All right. So
Right.
rounding
So
up, I want
rounding
to
up,
thank
we thank
who
who
who have joined us or who will watch this replay later. Thank you so much. Next week we're going to be having Mr. We're going to be having Mr. Samuel Isiu, who is the creative director of Stylish Leaders on the show, and we're going to be discussing leadership and mentorship. I want you to be there. Please do not miss it for any reason because it is so essential. All right. And just to also remind you of the Leadership Rebirth Conference, please ensure that you register anywhere you are in Nigeria. You can make plans to get down to Enugu to be part of this amazing event. All right. So, rounding up, I would want you to give us your final words, Mr. Val, and of course, tell us about your products, your books, your courses, or maybe your membership classes and all that. All right. I know of the next level conversation, and I've really enjoyed it. I was part of it, and I enjoyed it. I'm even in the alumni, and
Thank you, Solomon, for the opportunity to share. So let me start from my products and services before say something lastly. So I have a program, a mentorship program known as Next Level Conversation. If you're looking to, uncover your genius, what I mean by your genius is your unique differentiator. You want to uncover it. You want to, understand who you really are. It's for you. If you want to develop your leadership skill, it's for you. If you want to develop your public speaking skill, it's for you. If you want to develop value such that nobody can ignore you again, this program is for you. And we're going to be starting on the 1st of August, and our anniversary cohort is starting 1st of August. Just send me a DM on Facebook, and I will get talking. And then my book, Dominate, excellent book that helps you to answer 5 most important questions in life. We just read one today. Who am I? The remaining 4 you're going to understand in the book. And then other books, effective leadership traits, that step out of your comfort zone, do it scared. These are books that will set you on a trajectory to productivity. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And lastly, I want to say something. I want to say that our lives, uh, uh, what you see in the mirror, it's not your reflection. What your true reflection is in the lives of those around you. So if you want to know if you're a good person, ask the person by your side. If you want to know if you're a bad person, ask the person by your side. They will show you your true reflection. And you want to have a positive reflection. So go out today, make a positive impact on whoever and wherever. You don't need to know their name, you don't need to know their background. Just make a positive impact on whoever and wherever you are. Thank you so much.
wow. I think there's a network issue. Um, okay. I think there's a network issue, but while he's already rounded off, and I want to say thank you to everyone that have joined. Don't miss next week's session. I am telling you, do not miss next week's session. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to be learning about leadership and mentorship. There are a lot of things you don't know about mentorship. There are a lot of things they've told you a lie about mentorship. There are a lot of things you assumed about mentorship. And next session, next weekend, is going to do justice to that. All right. For signing off, I'm going to be also sharing one of the videos of one of our speakers at the Leadership Rebirth Conference, who is also going to be there, and look at what she has to say.
Hello! It's all about Leadership Rebirth Conference 6.0. The theme this time is The Excellent Leader. It's going to hold on the 23rd July, 9 a.m. at Ingrace Event Center in Enugu. We all hear leaders are born, leaders are made. What difference does it make? The most important part is that the leaders of tomorrow are the youth of today. If the youth of today don't start to learn how to be good leaders, we're not going to have excellent leaders for the future. I personally will be there. Make sure you don't miss it. 23rd July, it's a Saturday, 9 a.m. in Grace Event Center, Enugu, the excellent leader. We all are working towards being excellent leaders for a better